Shanti, English Avyakt versions, 20 of August 1971. The headline: The most elevated of all throne and crown. The most elevated of all throne and crown. Today, this bhatti group has come to have a double bhatti. What is a double bhatti? Do you understand the meaning of a double bhatti? Madhuban is a bhatti anyway, but even within the Madhuban bhatti, to which special bhatti have you come in? To which special bhatti have you come in order to burn away your sanskars that still remain? So the force of a double bhatti increases, does it not? Because you receive a course, one is general and the other is personal. Because you have a double course, the double force increases. So just as the double force increases, in the same way constantly continue to move along, considering yourselves to be those who have a double crown. So this double course should constantly remain in force. What is a double crown? Are you those with the double crown now, or will you become that in the future? Which double crown do you have at present? One is of light, that is, it is a sign of purity, and the other is of all the attainments of the conference age. And through this power, you are able to fulfill all responsibilities. So you have the crown of light and the crown of might, that of purity and also power. You are those who constantly wear this double crown. So will you not be able to have double force all the time? There is a need for both of them. When you have both these powers at all times, you will constantly be seen as an embodiment of power. In order to attain success in service, both these crowns are also necessary. Then to the extent that each of you has adopted them number-wise accordingly, you will continue to receive success in becoming an embodiment and also in your effort. So you need the double crown and also the double throne. What is the double throne? Each gave his own response. One is to be seated on the throne, on the heart throne of Bab Dada. The most elevated throne is to be seated on the heart throne of Bab Dada. As well as that, in order to be able to sit on this throne, you need to have the throne of an unshakable and immovable stage. If you are not able to stabilize yourself in this stage, you will not be able to stabilize yourself on the heart throne of Bab Dada. This is why this throne of a constant, unshakable and immovable stage is absolutely essential. You fluctuate on this throne again and again. This is why, because you are not able to be seated on your immortal throne, you are not able to stabilize yourself on this throne of a constant stage. If you become an immortal image and stabilize yourself on the throne of the forehead, you will be able to sit on the throne of a constant stage and also on Bab Dada's heart throne. So you have the double crown and are also seated on the double throne, and the knowledge that you receive is mainly of two subjects. What are they? You receive knowledge of two main things. You can call it Alf and Beta, or the creator and creation. The entire knowledge is included in creation. If the creators are knowledgeful in both these main aspects, they can also become powerful. If some do not have the full knowledge of creation, if they are weak, then their stage fluctuates. You also have to know the entire knowledge of the Creator. Just to listen to the knowledge does not mean to know it. To know means to accept it and to move according to it. Such ones are called knowledgeful. Those who know, accept, and also move accordingly to that. If they do not accept and move accordingly to that, then they can neither be called knowledgeful nor embodiments of knowledge. To accept and to move accordingly to that means to become an embodiment. Because there is a lack of knowledge about either the creator or creation, there is a weakness in effort. This is why you must pay attention to these two aspects of the entire knowledge as you continue to move along. That is in terms of knowledge. In the same way, you must perform a double task. What is the double task? Today Baba is telling you about twos. Tell Baba about your two tasks. A double task is performed throughout the day. The main task is of destruction and establishment. You have to destroy some things and create some things. You create all types of things. Firstly, you are creating your kingdom through service. Secondly, you have to create the creation of pure thoughts in your intellect. You also understand the method of destroying wasteful and sinful thoughts. You create a creation through your mind and your words. You create both types of creation. In this way, you carry out a double task. If you remained busy in this task the whole day, would you not be able to have a constant stage? The reason for not having a constant stage is that you do not know how to create or destroy. Because of a weakness in both these tasks, you are not able to have a constant stage. This is why you have to perform a double task. You can only perform a double task when you maintain your position. What is the double position? Baba is asking about the present position. The present godly position is higher than the deity position. So, one is this position of your constantly being godly children, Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. This is the corporeal position, and the other is the incorporeal position. We, the hero actors, are the most elevated of all souls. We are the most elevated souls out of all the souls of the entire world. The other position is that of being a godly child, of being a Brahma Kumar or Kumari. If you have both these positions in your awareness, your thoughts and actions would both become elevated. An elevated soul means that by considering yourself to be a hero soul, you will not act in a way that is against the godly Maryadas or the Brahmin Maryadas. Therefore, when you have both these positions in your awareness, the opposition from Maya will finish. This is why you must constantly have the double position in your awareness. What is the double goal? The double intoxication will be the double goal. One is the incorporeal goal. Constantly consider yourself to be a resident of the incorporeal world and stabilize yourself in the incorporeal stage. Even whilst in the corporeal world, move along considering yourself to be incorporeal. This is known as the goal of being soul conscious. And secondly, you sometimes have to create the stage of being voiceless in the mind. One is the incorporeal goal and the other is the corporeal goal. So to be incorporeal and to be voiceless are the two goals. Throughout the day, you make effort to be yogi and to be pure. Unless you become completely soul conscious, you cannot become voiceless. So there is the goal to be voiceless and the goal to be incorporeal, which you can either call being an angel or having the karmatid stage. However, only when you are not attracted by any impurity or any of the five elements can you become an angel. You should not have the slightest impure thoughts in the mind. Only then will you be able to stabilize yourself in the stage of an angel. So you must constantly have this double goal in your awareness too. And what is the double attainment? The attainment of super sensuous joy. Happiness and peace are merged in that. This is the inheritance of the confluence age. The attainment of the present time cannot be received at any other time. The double attainment is that of the Father. Happiness and peace are merged in that. This is the inheritance of the confluence age. The attainment of the present time cannot be received at any other time. The double attainment is that of the Father and the inheritance. You cannot find the Father at any other time throughout the entire cycle, and you receive the inheritance from the Father only at this time. You still only receive that at this time of the cycle, never again. The attainment of this time, that is supersensuous happiness and full knowledge, cannot be received at any other time. So there is double attainment in two words, Father and the inheritance. Knowledge and also supersensuous happiness are included in that. Spiritual happiness is also included in that. Spiritual power is also included in that. So this is the double attainment. Do you understand? You will be able to imbibe these pairs of things when you consider yourself to be combined. The Father and I. By considering yourself to be combined with the Father, it will be easy to imbibe these pairs of things. You have come to a bhatti, have you not? So before you return home, become a very good an embodiment of the awareness of the pairs of things that you were told about in this bhatti. Do not return home just having heard about it. You have heard a great deal. To listen means to accept, and to move along according to it means to become the form. So you are Jnani souls, but you must become embodiments of Gyan before you return. You are yogi, but you must be accurate in yoga and be accurate in everything before you return. You are tapasvi kumars, but you must also become embodiments of renunciation before you return. Without becoming embodiments of renunciation, you cannot become embodiments of tapasya. You are tapasvi, but together with that, you also need to become embodiments of renunciation. You are Brahma Kumars, but you have to understand the codes of conduct of a Brahma Kumar and the Brahma and the Brahmin clan, and become the human beings who follow the highest codes of conduct before you return home. Become such beings who follow the highest codes of conduct that your every thought creates an impression on the atmosphere. Become powerful in this way before you go back. You have power, but you must become powerful before you go. Those who are full never fail. The sign of being full is that firstly they never feel, become sensitive, and secondly never fail. They will not have any flaws. So you must become full before you go. This is why you have come to the bhatti. So what must you learn? You have learned many lessons. Learn all of these lessons in a practical way before you go. You must make the lesson so firm that it becomes your practical activity. One is the lesson to learn in words, and the other is to teach. You are taught a lesson through words and you teach through your actions. So your every activity should be a lesson. Just as you progress by learning a lesson, in the same way your every act should teach others such a lesson that they continue to progress. You have to study and also to teach. All of you have done the weekly course. Have you completed the weekly course forcefully, or have you just done the course? A course means to fill the self with force. If you did not fill yourself with force, what course did you do? In order to become a powerful soul from a weak soul, you are given this course. If there is no force of the course, then is that a course? So you have now come to do a forceful course, have you not? You also have to become those who have a double tilak. What is the double tilak? Do you check your tilak every day? At Amrit Vela, when you bath in knowledge, do you apply the tilak to yourself? You already have the tilak of the soul conscious stage, of your original stage. The other is the tilak of faith. The first is the tilak of the soul conscious stage, and the other is the tilak of being a jewel of victory. At every step, your every thought is filled with victory and success. This tilak of victory is a symbol of victory. So you have the tilak of victory and of being an embodiment of victory. Constantly have this double tilak in your consciousness. To have this consciousness means to have this tilak all the time. So you must never forget the double tilak either by staying in the awareness of I am victorious. The different circumstances will not be able to make you fluctuate. Victory is already guaranteed according to the present time because your stage fluctuates. Fluctuation is visible in your victory, that is in your success. However, victory is already guaranteed in every task. When something gets spoiled because of the season, it is not clearly visible on the television either. Interference. In the same way, because your stage fluctuates, you are not able to have a clear experience of success or victory. What is the reason for this? The fluctuation of your stage makes that which is clear unclear because of interference, confusion. You are not able to be clear and bright. Therefore, when your stage doesn't fluctuate, your awareness will be clear. That is the clear season, and this is the clear awareness. If your awareness is clear, success will be visible in a clear form. If your awareness is not clear, you do not take full care of yourself. If you are not so careful, the result will not appear full, complete. The more care you take of yourself, the more clear you remain, the more you will be able to have clear success in your own effort and in service, and it will be that much close. closer. Otherwise, it is neither clear nor close. On a television, a distant scene is clear and close. In the same way, when you have a constant stage, when you are careful and clear, success is closely and clearly visible. Do you understand? If either of the two is missing, you will not be able to experience success and you will become confused. Then the language of weakness will be, what can I do? How will this be possible? You then use this language. Therefore, if you imbibe both these things before you return, you will become an embodiment of success. Success will come very close as a garland comes around the neck. So success will